it was a good day. I mean, it was definitely one I'll remember.
Did you feel it early, bullpen, middle of the game?
For me, it's usually always after the first inning. That's when I can kind of see how my stuff is playing. It's when the nerves settle down too. Is once you get through that first and kind of see the kind of swings that they're taking, how your stuff is playing. That's when I get a good feel of like, all right, this is what I have today. And with the first inning yesterday, and I saw how good my slider was, I was like, all right, this is definitely a pitch I'm going to stick with.
Was that the difference in the ball game? Do you I mean, taking that game and everything else you've ever pitched, what's the difference?
Just execution. Pounding the zone, throwing good quality strikes, and then executing the pitch once you get ahead. I stayed out of the middle of the plate. I really just had good life on my fastball up in the zone. I was getting ahead, and then with my slider being that sharp, and then my cutter being a good pitch for me as well. If I did fall behind, it was just a day where my stuff was sharp, and I executed the pitches.
Heat didn't seem to bother you?
No. I mean, I'm from Charleston, South Carolina, so my wife and I always have a running joke saying, you were born in the heat, so we always do the Bane Batman of you merely adopted the heat, but I was born in the heat. So, yeah, it didn't bother me.
I like that. Jim and I were talking about pitching in the PCL and using the Sinatra song. If you can pitch there, you can pitch anywhere. Is there some truth to that?
Yeah, I mean, I would say the PCL is probably the toughest on your body league to pitch in. Just the lack of sleep that you get in that league with the 4 a.m. wake ups and the commercial flights. You always have a delay. You always have a connecting flight. The playing at the elevation, and then just really not being able to recover in that league because just the travel's so hard and the lack of sleep. So definitely that's a grinder league, and yeah, if you can get through that league, you can pitch anywhere.
All right, I want to wrap you up. If you can take us back, you played Little League somewhere else. Can you talk about that a little bit? Where you were?
Yeah, so when I was a kid, my parents were missionaries and lived in Dominican Republic when I was like 4 years old. That was a short-term missions trip. That was like 3 months. And then when I was 9, we moved to Romania, Bucharest, Romania, and I was there for 3 years. And then when I was 11, Romania had a Little League team, and it was I was on it with like 3 other Americans, and then the rest were Romanians and had never played baseball before. And we went to, you got an automatic invite to the Little League World Series in Kutno, Poland. So we went there and got to play in the European Little League World Series when I was 11 years old for Team Romania. The one game we won, I pitched, and we beat Ukraine. We won that game, and we celebrated like we won the World Cup. It was pretty crazy, but yeah, it was a great experience. Just getting to play baseball in Romania and in Poland.